Imagine, if you will, a world unlike our own, the winding tapestry of its history, woven with the conflicts of ancient cosmic battles, the warpaths of long-forgotten dark lords, victories against overwhelming odds, and the comings and goings of its inhabitants. This is Gluan, the world in which our story takes place. We begin in the year 1633 of the Celestial Curve, on the continent of Naftare, nearly 2,000 years after the defeat of the Dark Lord, who has since faded into a thing of near fairy tale. Our story begins in the deep heartlands of the Kingdom of Sangri, the last remaining sovereign vassal state of the Erasine Empire, in the back of a prison wagon that trundled down the road of the Golden Grain Trail on its way to a trial in the Empire. Traveling on the wagon were our four adventurers. Leon, a changeling bard from the Feywild who roams in the material plane, going seemingly where the wind blows him, ideally away from the trouble that appears to follow him. Escaping jail, he took the form of a guard driving the wagon as a means of leaving his previous town. Cambria, a road-weathered tiefling warlock who's on the hunt for answers to his past and to his strange affliction which plays at the strings of his mind, which has landed him in more trouble than he bargained for. Cress, a half-elf warlock who hails from the eastern forests of the Republic. She searches for her family while coming to terms with a newfound power that stems from a magnolia flower growing in her left eye, a power that has thrust her into a world she had only begun to imagine. And finally, Roshan, a dragonborn monk from a secluded monastery, also in the eastern forests of the Republic, who follows the echoes of a distant call while she works to find those who have suddenly vanished from her life. Roshan has recently come into possession of a jade amulet. Unbeknownst to them, the winds of fate fall still around them, and in one crystal moment, these four have been set loose on winding paths that will be theirs to choose. In an attempt to escape the trouble that he had wrought, Leon took the form of one of the wagon's driver guards and followed along in the hopes of making his way south. The convoy came to an abrupt stop when the wagon went over a bump in the road, causing the wheel to come off. The group were left with the wagon by the side of the road in the care of Leon, disguised as a guard, and another named Dean, while the rest of the convoy carried on to the next town. While they were let out of the wagon to stretch their legs, Roshan managed to subdue the other guard, freeing herself and the others. The group then left the guard by the roadside and hijacked the wagon for themselves. To avoid getting lost in the forest, they agreed to continue on the trail until they could find a place of respite to go their separate ways. Only a while down the trail, as night began to fall, they discovered that the rest of the convoy hadn't made it to town and had been burned to charcoal by a mysterious withered creature that had taken over the remains of the guard captain. They fought with the otherworldly creature, Cambria hearing strange music and eerie phrases from his patron, while others found that they had more in common than they had originally thought. Roshan's amulet, which the creature seemed to have been searching for, Leon claimed to have seen in his dreams. With no reason to stay and the promise of a nearby town, the group left the remains of the convoy behind and continued on their way, stopping briefly in the early morning hours at the outskirts of a dilapidated boathouse, where Leon changed his form to investigate with Roshan, finding it to be inhabited by an unfriendly group who told them to move on swiftly. The group then made camp about a mile outside of town, each discussing their intentions into the night as they swapped watch shifts. As day breaks on this eccentric quadruplet, they find themselves in a land as unfamiliar to them as they are to it. What would you like to do?
So I have a question. At the end of last session, there was perhaps some rifling through a bag.
Yes,
yeah.
there was. There was some rifling through a bag.
I didn't forget that.
What are you talking about?
And it's obvious that like somebody went through the bag, right?
I mean, well, make a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
And just for the hell of it, Dakota, why don't you do a sleight of hand check, or actually a deception check, or whichever one of the two, to see how well you put that back without anyone noticing.
All right. Deception, you said?
Oh no.
Ooh, okay. So you know what? You don't have to do, because as far as you can tell, nobody has touched your belongings.
Okay.
Okay, sick.
Roshan kind of gets up and she'll kind of move enough away that she's not like disturbing anyone, but she'll go through one of her forms.
Sure.
And I think Leon will rouse very slowly and kind of wake up and crick his back a little bit. And
In old man form, yeah.
yeah, still an
How
old
old?
man. You forget, but I didn't. Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes. Morning. So, what's
Breakfast or anything?
yeah, I can get a fire going.
Yeah.
And
So hungry.
I'm gonna grab some like twigs and nearby, little sticks and see if I can get a little fire to going. Because I don't know if I have a tinderbox.
You still kind of have the embers from the fire of last night. It has gone out, but it's still warm. And there's some embers there, so you can get a fire going with that.
Perfect. Then yeah, I'll get some sticks. Yes, good. Now, who has breakfast?
I kind of don't. So, maybe someone else does. But I
Okay.
don't. I kind of, woke up out of a flower, then now I'm here. And I didn't have time
Rosanna.
to get eggs on the way.
Approach, and I have rations.
Okay, yes. I think we can set those by the fire and make a nice meal. In fact, let me check my pack on roll 20 to see if I have anything.
Also, I'll check mine, actually.
You should all have some rations, I believe.
Okay, yes, I do. So then I'll-
Yep.
Oh, good heavens, I seem to have forgotten in my old age that, yes, I have some as well.
Greedy old man.
Yes, hello. Good morning. Yeah, and then I'll...
Rations? Do you have like oatmeal rations, or do you have like toast rations, or like what kind of rations are we talking?
I feel like you should look at the bag. It looks like it's a bit of hardtack.
Some assorted
Oh,
dried
great.
meats.
Just some trail mix with the.
Oh, wow. Peanuts and
Candy
M&Ms.
corn.
My God. What a feast.
There's also a river running nearby if anyone would like to catch some fish.
Ooh,
Would
I'll
anyone
try
like to
that.
catch some fish?
I'll definitely go and try.
I'll watch
Uh,
Rishon try.
I will also watch.
Is it a dexterity check? Like,
Yeah,
what
make
are
a
we
make
doing?
a make a dex throw for me.
I rolled save by accident.
No, it's all right. That'll do.
So Roshan will kind of go out to the water and kind of stand there, and you'll see her go real still for a second, and she's just watching the water, and then just she just snatches a fish out of the water.
Oh, I'd start applauding.
And it's a pretty big
I
fish as well.
also
It's like a large sturgeon that you've just pulled from the water, and it would be enough to feed all of you.
Damn,
Nice.
those are thousands of years old, my God.
She'll heft it back over.
Mm.
I hope this is enough. I
It'll
think it
be
is.
just fine. Perfect, actually. And I'll try and finagle almost like a spit to put it on there and, Monster Hunter style it.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, you guys can make a pretty sizable meal from that, and I would say, Roshan, you probably have enough left over. You could put like half a sturgeon into your inventory.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Though I don't know how long that will last.
Yeah.
Maybe till the evening, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Well, I have a big appetite, I should let you all know.
Okay, well, let's cut you off a couple extra pieces then.
See, I'm eating for 2 here, and I point to the flower.
Oh.
Good heavens, I thought. Yes, okay, well,
Roshan perks up and then kind
Okay.
of looks disappointed. It's like, what? Oh.
yeah, after eating, did everyone sleep well? Did everyone have a good night's sleep? Ready for the day?
Yeah.
Okay, there was trepidation there, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Everyone else?
I slept on a rock.
Oh.
You sound like it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, okay,
It was
well,
a comfortable rock.
fair enough. It'll just take it easy then today, I get it.
I also slept on a rock. I think you all should also know that.
Okay, you'll take it easy too then. Okay, Roshan, you and me today.
Sounds like a plan.
Wait, no, I want to be part of this though. I didn't sleep on a rock. I slept on some moss. It was pretty nice.
Oh, that sounds lovely. But so, are we to make to that town today? And because wasn't there a town not too far from us? I believe
You can. There is, yeah. You can't
Okay.
see it from where you are, but there's like a sort of trail of lazy smoke that kind of wafts to the west.
I think that would be best, yes.
Okay.
Well, let's get to it, I suppose.
All right, let's pack it up.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking to town, or are you taking the wagon?
Oh,
Here's another question that I guess I forgot to ask last time. Does the wagon look like a prisoner convoy, or does it just look like a wagon?
It does.
I might have asked last
It does look like a prison wagon. There's, I mean, like I said, last time I think somebody asked if it would be possible to pull the cage off of it, but it's it's in the actual chassis of the wagon, if that makes sense. So you'd be able to tell, like, at first glance, you'd be like, oh, prison wagon.
Okay.
Mm.
And I think with our current ride, going directly into town might be a little problematic. I propose we stop early and leave this somewhere and never be seen with it again.
yeah, I think that's a good idea. How far are we out, like, I guess, in terms of, like, walking-wise, how long do you think it would take?
From where the wisps of smoke are, I would say about an hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, do you think... how early? It's pretty early, right?
It's
like,
it's
the
pretty
sun is
early.
rising.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you had your vision, that was when daybreak happened.
Okay.
Reginald,
That's me, yes, hello.
might I ask an impertinent question once more?
Of course you can ask an impertinent question once more.
You were last known to us as Peter before you changed.
Yes.
Do you keep many names like that?
Yes. Whatever suits me at the time. I
I see.
gain some, lose some. But yes.
Can I, like, go up to him and kind of, like, pull on his cheek a little bit? And I'm like, are you wearing a mask or something? How did you do that?
As you touch him, it's kind of his face is colder than you anticipate.
Oh, ooh,
Yes, I'm a clammy old man. What do you expect?
well,
I already tried that.
Yes, both of you. Do you just poke and prod and pry at every old man you see?
Yeah, but that's besides the point.
All right.
Just where I'm from, it is not uncommon for individuals to change their name after significant events or the similar.
That's interesting. Thank you for that.
Of course.
always had this name. If I changed it, my family would never be able to remember it. They could barely remember my name as it was with, like, so many of us.
Oh, you come from a large family then.
Oh, yes. I was one of the youngest, but not the youngest. Just one of them.
Oh,
I do miss them, though.
and I know you slept on a rock, but, what about you? Hold on, let me bring up your name real quick, because I'm sorry, I'm bad at names. Cambria, that's the one.
I've only ever had the one name. I haven't, had much need to have another, I suppose.
Do you have any nicknames?
No.
Well, you should. Can I call you Can? Can I call you Bria? Can I call you Brie?
Brie's good. I like Brie.
Yes, I enjoy Brie very much. Little honey and some almonds. Oh, yes,
little-
names.
A little uncanny. Okay. You could. I'm not going to stop you.
Aw, you're so straight-faced.
What's wrong with that?
It's just boring.
Hey, boring is safe.
That's very true.
Well, I'll figure you out someday.
Hope not. You brought the most excitement I've had in the past few years.
Well, what were you doing? Just sitting around?
Yeah. Just minding my business.
Roshan will kind of shoot you a look, like, really? From
very-
like,
Yeah.
pressing next to doubt over here.
Considering circumstances that we met, I have to say I don't believe you.
Leave the man alone. He slept on a rock.
It's true, and it was a rather small one, too.
Well, you act like you slept on a rock all the time.
Yeah. Because more often than not, I feel like we are. We slept in a jail cell last night.
Were there any
those
rocks
aren't
in there?
The whole place is made of rocks.
And what did you sleep on when we woke up and met?
Well, I passed out on a bunch of rocks because you exploded the floor.
Well, don't tell them that.
You exploded a floor.
No, I mean, I ate some bad food.
Oh, that's how you exploded the floor. My God. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Let's cook that. Let's make sure that sturgeon is cooked thoroughly.
Couldn't sleep in the room because of the smell.
Well, anyways.
By this point, you've managed to pack up most of your things as you've been having this conversation.
Fucking A.
You've unloaded what little there was in the wagon. I think it was really only just your bag, Leon. Or what was your old man name?
Reginald.
Reginald, that was it. So yes, Reginald, you've managed to unload your bag. You set the horse free, and she doesn't move at all. Just kind of is just grazing. Doesn't really notice you removing the harness.
So we're gonna walk into town then?
Oh, I thought, was that not your plan?
Oh, I was gonna just drive it for a little bit just to save some time, but I don't mind. I don't mind walking. I'm cool with whatevs.
How about the rest of you? Do you want to?
Walking. Or, yeah.
Maybe a walk would be good for these old bones.
Do a piggyback ride or something.
Yes, that does sound like a good idea, actually.
Yeah,
Brie,
give him a piggyback ride. Give him a piggyback ride.
Would you mind? And you see him hobble him up. Not like a small, like sickly, frail old man. He's not. But just hunched over, using the shillelagh as a walking stick. At least for a little bit, please.
Just saying, it might drag the party down.
Oh,
Right, fine, I'll walk. I can outwalk any of you
ride.
bastards, you peckish young whippersnapper. And I'll sling my bag up and be like, oh God, my bones. And I'll start walking.
Playing it up.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll follow him.
I had a strong tiefling to hold me, but no, he slept on a rock.
Oh, for Christ's sake, fine.
Yay!
I'll try to pick your...
And when Reginald isn't an old man anymore, will you give me a piggyback ride?
What? Why do you need a piggyback ride?
Well, why would I not need a piggyback ride?
She's a delicate young lady. Look at her. She's basically a flower.
Yes.
Ha ha.
And then, did you keep the bandage on that Reginald put on you, or no?
Yeah, it's still on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just for the hell of it, Cambria, why don't you make me a strength check? Just to see
get a one,
We're
get a
making
one,
the warlock fucking lift him.
get a one, get a one.
You said a strength check?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Laboriously, step by step, you manage to. Each step is a struggle. This old man does not match his weight.
We can trade off.
Come on, Brie. You're stronger than that.
What the hell are they feeding this guy?
Lots
Half
of
a sturgeon,
sturgeon.
apparently.
Yes, it was delicious. After about 10 steps, I'll be like, "Hey, you weak ass! I'll just walk."
Why is the reptile not doing it?
The name?
Like visibly, like half smoke. I was going
Well,
to
if
offer,
you
but
can't
now
do
I'm
it,
thinking about
I'll
it.
do it because I'm stronger than you.
Oh no, I won't have you lift me. Come now, and I'll hit my shillelagh. Come, let's carry on. We must make
Hell,
it.
what was the point?
You struggle, and then she runs away from him.
Okay.
No, not you, Reginald.
Oh, okay, great. Hey, you cut out. For some reason, you cut out there. But yeah, then we'll start making our
Making our way
downtown.
downtown.
Walking fast.
Walking.
For the
I'm an old
next
man.
hour or so, you guys travel down this path. The land around you becoming less marshy, slowly transitioning into sort of dry brush, and every now and then you find a sort of cornfield. And the path where it had been winding for a while begins to sort of straighten out a little bit, and it travels like that for a while. And you do the first signs of civilization that you've seen since getting in the wagon are a few farmhouses. There's a grain silo, and then you begin to see a town just cresting the hill.
That's so beautiful.
You know, it's not a huge town. There's like I say, a few houses. There's one steeple of a church. There's a few larger buildings. One, most notably, it's got this almost cylinder shape on the back, and you can see from where you are, there's a large pen and a few cattle just kind of grazing there. Eventually, you end up within the confines of the town. As you continue on the road into town, the road kind of forks off, and you can see where it looks like a lot of cattle have been led off the trail. It's not exactly a western town, but there is this kind of like, you know, backwater vibe to it, if that makes sense. There's a sheriff's office. Yeah. There's a sheriff's office on the left-hand side. There's a couple of barns. There's a small house next to the sheriff's office that looks sort of nicer than the rest. As you continue on, there's a sort of town square area. Or I say a town square, it's a town circle. And at the end of it is the larger building that you've seen, which you now can see is in big, bold painted letters above the door is the Wrenfield auction house.
Okay.
In the square, there's a couple of things. Namely, there's a couple of large tents which seem to be sort of selling things. To the left-hand side of the circle, there's what looks like a general store. Is just the word O'Mannon's over the door, and opposite to that, there is a large, almost double-decker wagon that seems to have stopped, and there's awnings that jut out from the front, and there's all sorts of wares and things.
Okay.
Are there a lot of people out and about?
Yeah. As you've come in, there's been people going about their business. None of them seem to take any particular notice of you, besides a few sort of shooting glances. But nothing out of the ordinary. Just villagers going about their day.
I would like to stop at the auction house, if possible.
Sure.
Yes, okay.
I mean, there are two large doors on the front of it, and they are just open into a main hall.
Okay. Roshan's gonna look for whoever looks like they're in charge.
Mm-hmm. There is a kind of elderly man in a wide brim hat, and he's got this brown waistcoat on, and over it is a kind of short-tailed duster jacket, and he seems to be sort of thanking everybody for coming. And there's a couple of people leaving now. You get the sense that an auction has just finished.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a moment, I do have a particular question for you.
Yes, one moment. Thank you, folks. See you all next week.
If anyone's going anywhere, Leon's gonna try, or Reginald's gonna try and go with, because I don't want to like separate the group, and I don't want anyone to go off by themselves.
How can I help?
My name is Roshan, and I am trying to find a particular place. I imagine you have different individuals and stores that supply you with things.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever heard of Castorphin's Antiquities?
Yeah, I mean, they're nowhere near as humble as our little place. Where we deal in cattle, they deal in treasure and artifacts. Lavenley, I believe, although I think they have a few branches around the place. It's not like they sell cattle at all, so I don't know too much about them. I hope that helps.
Thank you. It does. A little.
Anything else?
How far is it to Lavenley? How would you recommend we travel if we were going that way?
Well, it's in the Empire, so, I mean, a couple of weeks travel by horse. Although, I mean, you could take the train from Sangrali. That might be faster for you. Are you in a hurry?
In a bit, yes.
Then I'd say the train is probably your best option. A little pricey, though.
Sangrali.
Okay.
I didn't get your name, sir.
Oh, Maverick. And he tips his hat to you.
Top Gun? Incredible.
He does have he's got the little like goose. No, it's not. Is it Maverick? No, he's Tom Cruise. He does have a bit of he has a goose mustache.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sick mustache and an aviator.
Thank you very much for this information.
Oh, of course. Do you know how to get to Sangrali?
Actually, that was going to be my next question.
I thought so. It's about a day's north of here by cart. You can walk it, but it'll take a little while. You keep going up the road there, past the river, and then you'll meet a kind of a T junction, and you want to go right, and then that'll take you all the way to the coast.
Was that the way we came, or no?
That is exactly where you came from.
Son of a bitch.
Does he say that out loud?
I no, he doesn't. But he kind of looks. He looks and he's like,
Write it.
and
You see her kind of like making like she starts like drawing on her hand like with one of her nails. She starts out of town, right, T junction, right onto the coast.
Here, well, if it's any help to you, I'm sure the general store will have a map for you.
Thank you.
Sorry, your name was
Roshan.
Roshan. Good to meet you.
And you as well.
And nice to meet you. I'm Reginald, and I
waggle my stick in his general
I
stick
should
in his
introduce
general
my
direction.
compatriots.
Hello there, Reginald.
Yes, pleasure.
Yes, I say from behind everybody.
Howdy, ma'am.
Brie, apparently.
Like the cheese?
Wait, are they gonna go by
Suppose
that?
so.
Brie is a cheese.
Oh, it's delicious.
Some
Sure.
honey and some almonds.
Yes, thank
Delicious.
you, my God. Finally, a man of culture.
Is there anything else, folks? I got a couple of cattle I need to put back out in the field. So
She looks at the rest of everyone. I've gotten my answers.
I'll just.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Can I take a look at the cow? Is it just like cows and whatever?
to where? To the back of the.
Yeah, just like taking a look at if there's any like cattle out.
There's
Can I
a
just,
there's a
like,
couple of windows towards the back of the auction. It's like you're in sort of a main foyer area. The area that the sort of group of about 20 people or so was coming from. The doors are still open to. You can see it's just a circular room with a whole bunch of seats in it. There's two doors on either side that are like almost shutter doors that are closed right now. You can't see more than that, but I mean, when you came in, you just saw a large paddock to the back of it.
Okay.
Do you mind if I see your cattle real quick?
Oh, of course. Y'all want me to introduce you?
Oh, just a quick little introduction. We have places to be, maps to get.
Oh, of course, I understand. And he takes you out around the back.
Good to note, Reginald is going to excitedly hobble along with him.
Mm-hmm. There's that kind of... It's like an area where horses are hitched, and then on the other side of this fence, there are about 10 or so cows. Some of them are being branded. Others are being fed with sort of hay, and fresh water is being put in the troughs around the place. You can see from where you are, there are 3 large sort of barn sheds that you would assume is where they sleep during the night. Then there's a couple of storage sheds and a large wooden gate that you assume is where, in fact, you can see it now because you're on that path, is where all those cattle on the road, or the marks of where it looked like a lot of hooves had gone, kind of reconnects with this area, almost like a ferry road for where cattle are drawn in.
Look at those cattle.
You looking to buy?
Oh, good heavens, I don't have the money for that. But they're very nice. Thank you for letting me see.
Sure.
We'll just
Yeah,
kind of
happen.
stare at him a little bit. Not him, but the cattle. Just kind of watching him.
Okay, odd. You don't have any horn shapers in this town, do you? Or hoof?
Horn shapers.
Could use a bit of a trim.
Yeah. I mean, we got Clint who does the bulls. If that's any help. I mean, we don't get really many people. Actually, that had a couple of tieflings come through.
I'll take him. Where's he at?
Clint! He yells across the field, and one of the guys who's feeding one of the cows, like his head appears from behind the back of one. Come over here. This fellow needs his horn shaved. If you could just do what you do. Oh yeah, sure. Oh, hello.
Hey.
He's like looking you up and down.
I just need a light, trimming on it. Less sharp on the ends, no more points.
Oh, sure. And he runs back over to where the cow was, which you can now see is a bull, and pulls like it's almost like a pair of they're not like toenail clippers, but they look like a mix between that and a pair of tongs. And he excitedly kind of walks over to you. Just sit down over there.
Okay.
You don't kick, do you?
No, but I bite.
He looks to
He's all
looks to
bark,
Maverick.
no bite.
Let me just get in here, and he does begin clipping away at your horns. They are a lot tougher than cow horns, and you can see he's like really having to, and he like clips off a large chunk, but he does a decent job. And after a while, he kind of he takes about an inch off maybe.
Nice. Now for the other side.
And after about 10 or so minutes, he's managed to clip off the other side. It's a little uneven, but it'll do.
Cutting a little close on one of these sides, but at least it feels lighter.
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna go back to what I was. Yeah. Go feed the cows or whatever it is you do.
Young man, what was it? Clint, I believe?
Clint, sir.
Well, thank you so much for helping my compatriot, and I'll pull out a
Need
gold
a hand
piece.
or anything?
This is the most money he's seen in his life.
Thank you very
wow.
much. And I will give it to him.
Thank you, sir. And he shoots Maverick a glance and then disappears off into the field.
Well, I suppose we should be going to the general store now, yes?
If there's anything else I can do for you folks, or if you're here for the week, do stop by.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Wrenfield.
Thanks.
I turn to Brie, Conria, and I'm like, does that hurt when you do that?
Kind of. You have toenails, right?
Yeah.
So if you go too close to the base of it, yeah, it'll hurt, but it's
So do your
just like a
horns
nail.
grow really quickly? Do you have to get them trimmed a lot?
Nah, kind of. I've never really kept track. I just you know, when it feels heavy or hard to sleep on. Though I guess it does make for good neck support.
Can I poke one of his horns?
Fuck. That was the one he got a little close. Fucking sensitive. Cut that out.
Sorry. But then I poke it again. They're just so pointy. Sorry, I grew up in a pretty remote place. I've never really seen too many of your kind.
Well, I'm sure you'll have to prune that eyeball of yours sooner than later. Speaking of remote, old man, do you have any idea how much money you just gave that guy and how much they make a year here?
Not in the slightest. And a gold piece. Yes. I have a couple more.
Yeah, I wouldn't be giving those out like candy. You're honestly going to out us like, you're going to make us look like even more outcasts than we already are.
Oh, okay. Yes, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we get on to the general store then?
Yes.
It's a general store. Yes.
As you guys are going back into the sort of town circle area, what you hadn't noticed before is there's a notice board on one side towards where the general store is.
Let's check that out.
There
look, papers. Wow.
is a whole bunch of town notices, things about town meetings. There's some advertisements, mostly sort of things like whale oil, and there's an ad for something called Marsh Peter under a big label that says Wickham Co. And they're kind of old and a little bit dilapidated, but there's some new ones that catch your eye. Mainly, one is a poster with 3 faces on it. Interestingly enough, they're not you. They are. There's 2 humans and 1 person that looks almost. I mean, from what you can tell from this sort of charcoal drawing, is half orc.
Oh,
and it says.
Okay.
The Wrenfield River Boys, wanted dead or alive.
Hey.
Would any of those look like the people that we saw at the boathouse? I was going to say, because I think last time you said I just saw, like, for a quick glance, there were people huddled around, like, a table.
I was gonna, you more see figures than anything else. You know,
You said it was the Wrenfield River Boys?
Wrenfield River Boys.
Well, maybe they are at that house that we were at. That was by a river, right?
Yes, it was, and not a friendly bunch. I think I'd wager to say that these are the chaps that were there.
There is a couple of people actually looking at that notice. You know, they look like adventurers. One is wearing sort of leather armor and things like that. The other's just a random villager, kind of look a little bit destitute. The reward underneath is 150 gold pieces.
Whoa. Sweet Santa Monica Boulevard.
Can I tap the adventurer-looking fellow on the shoulder?
He just turns to you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
Were you planning to go after those guys?
We'll see. I need the
Well,
money.
That's not very definitive.
They have a bit of a presence around town, so...
What do they do?
They're known for cattle rustling, and one of them got murdered the other day, just out by the town. They think the others did it, so...
Killed?
Cow? A cattle or each other?
Greybone was his name.
Okay.
The leader, I think. They found his body up by Elbow's farm.
Well, what happened to it? Did he have any wounds?
No one knows. I reckon he's still out there.
Oh.
Where's Elbow's farm?
Just out that way. And he points up in the same direction that Maverick had pointed you.
I'll turn that way again and go, son of a bitch. Well, good to know. And I'm so sorry. Young man, what was your name exactly?
Ren.
Ren.
Like the town.
Oh, like the town. Oh, yes. Renfield. Ren. Yes, quite. My
Is
name
he
is
hot?
Reginald.
Is he hot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he hot? Would I
He's,
give him a poke?
I mean, he's...
Would I show him my shillelagh, Fraser?
he's okay looking. He's got, he's a little bit road weathered. You could do with a shower, maybe. Could do the bath.
Like in a hot way, or like
like romance novel, like farmhand kind of way. Or
No, not
like
in
there's
the
just enough
slightest.
under his rippling pecs and whatnot.
Like cow manure and days of he's
okay.
depends what you're into, I guess.
Well, you have a manly and adventurous disposition.
Rugged
like
almost.
I just can't pinpoint if he's hot or not, guys. What do we think?
We fucking suck.
I
We're
say
the
this
best.
out
What
loud
do you
in front of
Fraser got up at 3 in the morning to do this.
Well, I must
say so.
I must be off.
Anyways.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for
nice to
that.
meet you, Ren. I hope we meet again. Not because you're hot. I'm not saying
Hey.
you're hot.
Yup.
You're hot, by the way.
Okay, he said it, not me.
No, thank you.
Fuck, I said
Well,
it.
where-
Rosham will kind of cover her face.
When
God.
You want to get dinner
Mr.
sometime?
Named after the town, sir. Are you going to get those guys, or are you leaving?
he's like turning on his heel back and forth. He seems a little bit flustered now. I mean, you know what? I need
Come to
money.
dinner
I
with
need to
me?
get out of town.
Guys, I think we need to best fix our approach for next time we see an attractive person.
Yeah.
I think we
I don't
came
want to
on a little
fumble
too
that
strong.
again.
Yeah, and he had some nice hamstrings and some creamy thighs, and I don't
You
want to
have a
miss out on
fat
that.
ass.
Oh my God! That boy's thick
You
with
can
like
see
7 D's at the
the-
end. My God!
His most redeeming feature is, yes, his ass. As he turns
His-
around, he has quite a... He's got quite
Absolute
a frame.
dumpy.
I
didn't know
imagine
there was
we
a
all
baker in
stared
this
and walked away
village.
for a while.
Roshan. She'll start muttering in Draconic to herself.
Oh my
In
god.
like that highly scandalized. Oh my god, I can't believe everything.
This is the most you've ever come across, Roshan.
And before 5 sessions later, he comes back and we find out he's cursed with fucking incredible charm.
Yeah.
He's the BBG of the campaign.
Yeah.
Let's go to the general store.
Is he walking towards the general store?
No, he's
Or
walking.
at least,
he's-
damn it!
he's
I was
kinda-
hoping he would.
He's
I would
walking.
like to generally store him in my mouth. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh!
Generally store him in my mouth.
He has crossed the road, and he's doesn't seem to be going anywhere in particular besides away.
Away from here.
We fucking
This
suck.
poor one-off NPC, Fraser.
There is another notice.
Okay.
And it just says missing. You and the sheepdog. Reward
No!
20 copper pieces and 1 hug.
Where's
And
Yuki?
one hug.
Oh no!
And-
We have to
and
go
one
find
hug.
him!
What?
You and
Well-
the sheepdog?
Okay, we gotta get this map and then we gotta find this sheepdog.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Where do
agree.
we
I
even
don't...
start to find a sheepdog?
What the hell's a sheepdog?
It just says at the bottom, contact Marion.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, let's get this shopping episode out of the way so we can get to some shit.
I'm gonna hurriedly
Let's head
hobble
on
over to the.
yeah.
Star wipe over.
to the general store.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna gritty over.
It's a. Just for picturing the old man just.
Oh my god,
The gritty
whittling wing
Full
for
on
the
fucking-
general store.
How dare you?
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
The general store is a brick
Back to
building
character.
with a wooden slope roof. It's kind of shabby, a bit daub. It's got like a red awning that falls over the front of it. It's held up by a couple of pikes. It has been freshly painted, but as you kind of cross it at the threshold onto the inside, it's very messy. On the inside, it's a sort of in a state of disrepair. The shopkeep, who is an older, stockier, middle-aged man, is plucking meat from a can with a knife.
Waltz on in, gritty on in.
Hello there.
Yes, hello. We have been told, sir, that, oh, yes, nice to meet you, by the way. We have been told that you have a map.
1 second here.
All right, perfect.
And he's...
And all. Can I take a look around the store also?
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm just looking for anything, man. Just a general like. I'm just kind of scanning to see what we got.
Just soul
Like what's
searching,
in here.
dude.
There's
I'm a what? I'm so serious. Yeah, I'm vibing.
Yeah.
Looking for my reason to go, dude.
Why are you on my case? You're harping me,
Yeah,
man.
bro. Just why don't you vibe with me, dog?
It seems like a general equipment store. There's a pile of pots, like wooden plank posts, construction materials. There's a large shelf of whale oil, parchment, that sort of thing.
Okay.
There's a big mirror in the corner of the room.
I'll ask.
I see. Heard talk over this. Whale oil, what's it used for?
Well, just about everything you could want, really. Good for candles, for lanterns, heating your home. Some people use it in their hair.
It's incredible.
I don't use it in my hair. That's disgusting. But I mean, it's
Insight check.
Okay. Insight check.
Immediately.
Go on. Oh, meets
Oh,
it, beats
shit.
it,
Oh,
dude!
beats
It
it.
takes you a second, but he does use whale oil in his hair.
Oh.
Love it.
It's
buddy.
kind of slicked back a little bit, but he seems to have pinned it back with some of this oil.
Okay.
You can also see the can he's eating from is whale meat.
Ugh. Sorry. That's yucky.
That was so visceral.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry.
You on the planet. Ugh.
Roshan is
Friend.
gonna approach and just, do you have any parchment?
For sure. I've got some over here. From one shelf where he was rifling for the map, he looks for just a couple of shelves above him. It's all in a stack behind him. 5 pages of parchment.
I would like to purchase those then.
That'd be 5 silver for the lot.
So none.
What if we throw the map in as well?
Oh, well,
Might I just take a look at it first?
of course. And he slides it over to you. It's decently made parchment.
Okay. Is the map itself like?
Oh, sorry, the
How
map you mean.
good is this map?
Let me show you.
Roshan's gonna take a good look at that map.
Mm.
We don't need to buy it.
Well, hey, we might.
Oh, dude, you don't need to buy it.
We don't need to buy it.
Yeah, but what if
Oh,
I want to
man.
buy it? What if I need a map?
I forgot about that. Fuck.
But what
That's-
if I need a map?
Then you will have a map.
Okay, well, I can't look at it, though, unless I have it in front of me.
This
My old eyes can only see what's in front of me.
this says, let's say it's 2 silver pieces
2 silver?
for the map.
We'd like to continue to look around. We definitely want the blank parchment.
Of course.
Blank parchment and the map.
Reginald, can I speak to you over this way for a moment?
Yes, Roseanne, you can.
Kind of come over, just. One of the things the monastery I am from specializes in is in cartography. We will have a map.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fucking cool, dude. So, are you going to draw it, or do you memorize it?
Once we leave, I would dare not do this in front of the man's face.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sunshine,
never mind.
Singrali.
I've been told that we don't need a map. So
Oh.
let's just look at it. No, I'd like to look at it, of course, just to have a general
course.
idea.
We just
but-
want to make
course.
sure where we're at.
You sure you
Yeah,
don't
it's
need
just
it?
a general- Well, I wouldn't say so, but
Also look at the map and I point to this thing right here and I go, interesting, and that's all I say about it.
Interesting pops up and then like a new spot appears on the map.
It means nothing. It's because it looks like a penis.
You say interesting, we all slightly turn to you and then look back at the map. Miss Marsh.
Interestingly enough, though, or you note, Leon, that is the route you would have taken had the area not been flooded by overhang falling into the sea.
Okay.
Guess we'll have a more up-to-date map.
I was gonna say, and that's where they came from. That's where I picked them up from the
Yes.
prison
So
convoy.
you would have
Oh,
stopped
okay.
in
So we were
overhang,
on our
and
way back
then-
from overhang.
Yes, your original plan, which had been laid out to you just before you left, was to take the southern coast through Miskmarsh and then go through that way to the Empire.
Okay.
Map you
And
made,
that's when
Fraser.
and then that's when I said, "Fuck it, we're not doing that because I have prisoners." Okay.
Yeah.
Roshan will we were still deciding on the trip that we'll be taking, so we need to figure out.
Of course.
does anyone need anything else?
Is there an inn or somewhere to get something to eat here?
Oh, of course,
Excellent
of course. You wanna go to the Brandy Barrel. It's just down the street there.
The Brandy Barrel.
That's it.
All right.
Roshan will pay for the blank parchment at the very least.
It's, 5
All right.
silver.
What's the conversion? 10 for every silver?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 gold equals 10 silver. 1 silver equals
Okay.
10. Are we using Electrum or no?
No.
Cool.
Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty, got track of that.
Mhm.
So let us go over to the Brandy Barrel
Yeah.
and find us a
course.
nice sturdy table.
Pleasure doing business with you. And as you're leaving, he props the door open because it's getting a bit hot.
Mm.
Yeah, it's getting a bit hot outside.
As Cambria, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Okay. O'Manon, or the man you assume now is to be O'Manon, just points around the corner. It's just down the street there behind my shop. He looks over very briefly as he's propping open the door and going back inside to the caravan, and Cambria, you catch his eye. You see a small window on one side, and the last thing you catch is a blue tiefling inside.
Anyone else see that, or just me?
See what?
I'm going to try and
The-
squint.
I see a cart.
Well, yeah, in the cart, dumbass.
Well, I'm old, dumbass. I can't see that far.
Well, you shouldn't use profanity when you're older. You might burn in the underworld.
Roshan will look.
Is that a thing? Dear gods, is that a thing?
I don't know. Why don't you find out?
Reginald shudders a bit.
Well, let's go see what all this hubbub is about the cart or whatever.
Or just guide him over there, I guess.
It's only a few steps to the other side, and as you draw close, there's a huge woolly creature with large curved horns that is just laying at the front of the caravan. It's just chewing on a bit of dry grass. Doesn't pay you any mind.
Look at this beast. Good heavens.
Okay, yeah, I guess we try and peer inside.
Well, from what you can see, I mean, there's just one stall window open. It's the caravan structure. It seems to be like almost a shop front on wheels, and then a section above that you can't see. It's a huge caravan. This is like a house, and from what you can see on the inside, there is all manner of like trinkets and knickknacks and just random crap. Weirdly enough, there's a couple of portraits at the back that seem to be like, it's like somebody's taken a patchwork job of different cutouts from paintings and sewn them together.
Ooh. Are there any with like funny text on there? Like I went to Renfield and all I got was this stupid shirt.
Yeah, there's a couple of bumper stickers. Yeah.
Any of them said
Roshan will kind of. Should we knock?
I was just gonna knock on the wood, yeah.
So you
Yeah,
knock
just-
on the side of the caravan.
Yeah, just dunk, dunk, dunk.
There's a crash from somewhere upstairs as a couple of pots come sort of clattering down. Yeah, don't worry, I'll be down in like 1 second.
I like this place already.
Somebody descends a ladder rung from the top. It is a very stocky blue tiefling dressed in brown and green garb.
Is he hot?
He is hot. Yeah.
Huh.
How you doing?
Oh, hello.
Hi there. Is that
How
a
are
flower in
you?
your eye? That's pretty crazy.
How did you see that? I have a bandage.
Oh, you don't? Oh, yeah, you got a bandage on. Yeah, I could just tell. You know, I have an affinity for these things. I don't know if you know that.
I put
And I turned to Roshan. I'm like, is it really easy to tell? I thought I was hiding it really well.
It was not as apparent as he's making it seem.
Because I did a good job putting it on, damn it.
He's got horns
He's got
too.
horns
He's like looking
too.
at camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Not as
amazing
pointy
since
as
I've,
mine. Do you know that?
I just got him trimmed.
Yeah. Oh, they by what's his name? Clint.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he
that
tried to have a
common
go
for
at
him?
mine, and he shows you he's like got a little. It's almost like Clint's had a go at it, but hasn't managed to cut all the way through.
Oh shit. Guess I caught him on a good day.
He's a nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he seems pretty all right.
What can I do you for, guys? What's going on?
What kind of things do you sell things here, or do you just live here?
Oh yeah, no, fuck this place. No, I don't live here. You seen this place? It sucks. It's all dirty and it's like.
It's homely.
He like leans out and looks around. Yeah, I guess. It's okay.
Fair enough.
Do you like? Well, look, I got these beads I found, and you know, some of these little like sword pieces. I think. I mean, this could be like an ancient pot or something.
Wow.
I like that.
What do the beads do?
Anything you want, baby, I suppose.
Oh, good heavens!
I mean, they're good luck, is what they are. They give you good luck.
Can I make an insight check?
You can tell he's lying.
Okay, sick.
You didn't even have to make the check. Does this town get many travelers?
I mean, yeah, I guess not like me, but in fact, not like a lot of you. And you're pretty cool, guys. You know, we don't see a lot. I don't see a lot of people like you in these neck of the woods.
Thank you.
But,
What's your name, young man?
Same for you.
My name's Yaurik.
Yaurik.
Good to meet you. What is your
Hello,
name?
Yaurik. My name is Reginald.
Reginald.
I'm
I like
old.
That name. That's a good name.
Thank you. I like Yaurik. It's a good name. It's
Thank
a good
you.
name.
Thank you. It is. My mom gave it to me.
So did mine. Yes.
There's what can I mean, can I interest you in my art pieces? And he's like showing you the paintings on the back of the thing.
Could you show me that pot again?
Yeah, totally.
You said it's
and
magical.
He's like, he just pulls like part of a ceramic pot that's been a bit water weathered, like he's plucked it from a river or something. Don't break it. You pay for it.
No, I don't plan on it. I'm just gonna inspect it real quick.
Do you want to make an investigation or an arcana check for me?
Ooh.
Even with a 7, this isn't magical.
Okay. I'm gonna take the lid off and just like place my packed doll inside.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at him and I go, "Do you have any milk?"
I mean, I can get you some.
Yeah, sure.
Like
2
the sound of
seconds.
that.
Stay there, like 2 seconds for real, just 2 seconds. And he disappears, grabbing a bucket on his way out. You hear the large beast outside, and he reappears with a bucket full of milk.
Thanks. I just pour the milk in the jar.
Brie, can I talk to you for a second? Brie, can I talk to you for just a second? I have a question. Yaurik, 1 second. I need to talk to my compatriots real quick.
Yeah, I just talk to your guy. You get your boy, dog.
I turn Brie around, and I kind of like bring him in like a small huddle. All right, you gotta level with me. What the fuck are you doing with this? You've lost me. You put your cute little fucking doll in there, and I thought, oh, nice a house. And then I'm not gonna lie to you, the milk threw me off. What the fuck are you doing, son?
He's thirsty.
Oh, he's thirsty. Okay, he's thirsty.
I have tears coming out of my eyes right now.
How foolish of me to think otherwise. Yes, so will we be procuring this pot then, or do you plan on dumping the milk out?
You look inside actually as you say that, and the milk's gone.
He's thirsty.
Whoa! What? The milk is gone?
The milk is gone.
I look
I'm
back.
not even surprised.
What the fuck?
You
I know anything about this, Fraser?
Nope.
Does
I mean,
Leon
you can
know
make it. You
anything
can make
about
it. You can make a check if you want.
What?
We're gonna roll Arcana about it.
What check?
Do a Arcana check.
Okay.
I think I have detect magic. Can I?
Okay.
do that?
Yeah. If you either one, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Let me see if I actually do. Okay, I do have it. I'm not
I
just
got a-
looking out of my ass here.
I got a 15.
And before there's just a hole in the bottom of the jar.
Fucking oh my god! Could you imagine? My god, a wizard!
Yes, you detect a very strong magical aura coming from this carved piece of wood.
Oh.
The pot or the doll?
No, the doll.
Cress sees that, do I know anything about this with a 15 Arcana?
In the material plane, you've heard of pacts that allow people to imbue part of their soul into an inanimate object, and as a sort of vessel for things to communicate with the material plane. But that's about all you know.
Okay, I'd look at the doll, and then I'd kind of look back at Brie. Okay. Okay.
So who's paying for the milk then? Because that's gone.
Yeah, honestly, do
Pay
you have
for
more
it.
milk in back?
How much for the milk? Well,
It's your
hold
doll
on.
that drank it.
Hold on, everyone. How much for the milk?
Let's say, 2 gold, maybe?
2 gold for milk?
Yeah.
Fucking Yaurik. He's lactose
Listen,
intolerant now.
Sasha
You know
doesn't
what,
just dish
here.
those out for free, you know.
How about this? You
That's my breakfast.
could you go in the back and in exchange for the milk, I'll buy one of your more rare art pieces.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's more than
Okay,
2
we're
gold,
doing
but okay.
How much money do you have?
You'll see.
And
And
then-
then
Which one would
I've
you
got-
like? And he
I-
holds up 2 identical looking pieces. Like you, as far as you can tell, they're identical.
I don't know about any of the ones that I can see out here. Do you have any stored deep in storage? That,
Oh, at the top. I mean, I'll get you some special ones. Yeah, sure. And he disappears up the
thanks.
ladder.
And then I walk away.
What are you doing?
Okay,
I'm
well,
leaving.
Okay. Well, then
Roshan will wait.
Like that for his milk?
Yeah, he's trying to scam us, so fuck him.
Okay.
Roshan will kind of think about it, and as everyone's bailing, she'll leave the 5 silver pieces on the thing. And kind of dip.
You guys are
I'll-
gonna
I'll-
love it. Don't just wait. You're gonna
I'll-
love it. You
I'll
hear that
kind of look
as
back
you're
and look back
leaving.
at them, kind of freak out.
I'm
It
just
was milk,
imagining
and
this
then
guy
I'll
looks like Borat.
my milk. I'll take out a gold piece. I'll run back, grab the silver off the counter, and just put a gold piece down, and then hobble away.
If you guys keep track of your coins, for
Yeah.
me, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Everybody's spending like crazy.
I got a jar.
Then I'll.
I'm still losing it at the conversation they had.
I was like, oh, that's nice. He's making a little house for it, I guess, or whatever. Little storage area. Then he poured fucking milk in, and I'm like, and there it goes.
Some weird spell casting shit.
Dear diary, today I witnessed something fucked up in all my years.
So
So
we go to the Brandy Barrel.
yes.
Yeah. We speedily walk, hobble Gritty over to the Brandy Barrel.
We're all doing different Fortnite dances.
Oh, fucking God.
As you approach, there is a stone foundation building with some wooden, with a sort of almost Renaissance wooden architecture around the front. You can see there's 2 large steel silos on the side of it. The top has been almost hacked open and then bent into form a chimney. And just over the front, it just says the Brandy Barrel Inn.
We won't get a room standing out here.
What's the marching order, by the way?
For an inn? All right.
I'm just wondering who's gonna get seen first.
Roshan will probably stay towards the back.
Okay.
I'll go first.
I'll stay in front of Roshan, but
Leon, Cambria, Cress, and Roshan.
Yep.
The room that you enter is a large open space with a few tables. The main feature of the room is what you can now see looks like a cauldron almost, which seems to have been kind of jerry-rigged into a fireplace. There's a woman who's darting around some of the tables taking orders. There's a lady behind the bar. There's a couple of halflings. She is one of them. You see one man standing at the bar, and in the corner of the room there's a small table where a boy appears to be drawing, and with him is a very large figure who's kind of looming over his drawing, sitting with him.
Take a deep smell. Kind of remember the maybe a little bit of fun I had in Buttonallsy.
Oh, we do. Yeah. There's in Buttonhalsey, you've seen some fancy taverns.
Yeah. This is obviously a little more quaint.
This is a little more quaint, yeah.
Come. And that
middle table right there.
I'll say, shall we sit here? Or?
Hey, y'all, what can I get for you?
What do you recommend?
Just about anything. Although a lot of people go for the steak and eggs.
That sounds
I'll
delightful.
take an order of that, then.
I guess I'll
Steak
go
and
for
eggs.
that too.
4 steak and eggs, and do you have any ale?
Oh, we do?
Round of ale, good with everyone?
Sure.
On draft?
Yes, sir. On draft will be just fine.
Sure. 10 silver pieces altogether.
Which would be about a gold, correct?
Correct.
And then I'll produce a gold and give it to her.
Once departed, Rosan's gonna take out a piece of the parchment and some of her ink, and she'll start inking her claws on both of her hands. And then she's going to set the parchment down very carefully, and she'll start drawing the map.
Okay.
What do I need to roll for that?
No, you make a pretty good. I mean, you do have your feet, so you make a pretty decent impression of this map. It doesn't look out of place at all. And eventually, a few plates of steak and eggs and a round of ales is brought for everybody to the table.
Nice.
Ugh,
With a
starving already.
flourish, Roshan will present the first copy to Reginald as requested a map.
Look at it, turn it upside down, turn it over, kind of smell it.
This is a
It
good
smells
map.
good. This is nice ink that's been used.
Ooh, good heavens, that's delightful.
And now, obviously, I don't know jack shit about like the map. Like I know what a map is, of course, but like I'm like, yep, that's what it looked like,
And she'll make another copy for herself and kind of put it away.
Put it in my stuff.
It's nice to get practice.
So you did this often.
Oh, the monastery I'm from, we, like, as I mentioned, we specialize in several things, one of which is cartography.
Yes, that's right. I'm old. I forgot.
We also specialize in the production of ink, as well as a few other things. Euphemistically, I am known as a calligrapher.
Oh,
I'm a better writer than I am a map maker, but I am pretty good at both.
that is a very useful skill. Save money indeed.
And obviously, all the food got here and all the ales got brought.
Yep.
Lovely.
I'd take my. Is it a mug? I'm assuming a mug.
It's a mug.
Yeah,
Little
I'd hold
wooden
up my
tankard.
mugs.
Like, everyone, come on, cheers with me real quick.
Roshan will
Cheers.
pick up her. Cheers.
Cheers to what?
All right, cheers to an adventure.
New companions?
Possibly companionship, maybe. Who knows? I sure don't. But yes, to new adventure.
Cheers to that hot guy from earlier.
Cheers to that fucking dummy, thick dump truck of an ass, sweet Santa Monica. God damn, boy.
Roshan will take a sip of her, just start drinking her ale.
As you're toasting to adventure and to the dummy thickness of Ren, you watch the large figure who is holding the young boy by his hand sort of begin to take him over behind the bar and let him loose. And he runs around and hugs the lady behind the bar. You can actually see as he's doing this, he's got tears in his eyes. He's not happy.
Oh no!
And the large figure goes to speak with the man sitting at the bar. He takes a stool.
I have a feeling that young lad, he seemed to be scribbling. You wouldn't think that it was his dog, would you?
The paper he's drawn is still on the table that he was at.
Get up and take another sip of my take another sip of my ale, and then I'll go over to the table and take just a peek at what he's drawn.
You're expecting a kind of child's drawing, and it's a little crude, but there's something. It's like he was tracing something. What you see is the figure of the young boy, and it is almost like a spotlight, and then around him is just scribbled with black.
Oh.
Like, not like, oh, I'm filling it in, but
No,
like a full white knuckling it.
Yeah,
Okay.
white knuckling it, black ink around the corner. He didn't seem to have been doing like that, involved in it when you came in or when you're sitting down. The other thing you notice is around his body is an outline of like a dog.
Around his body is the outline of a dog?
Yeah.
Huh.
See.
I'd be very much a little taken aback. And kind of like look at it for a second, and then I'd look over at the young boy and the person, the big person. Was that a man or a woman, or could I tell?
Well, the one he's hugging around the waist right now. By the way, he's quite a short kid. He's a halfling kid.
Okay. So, he's
so he pales in comparison to the size of the figure that was sort of carrying him around. The woman he's hugging is maybe in her middle age kind of thing, early middle age for a halfling. The large figure, the really big guy, is almost disproportionate in size to his shorter legs. He has a dark red mullet that sticks out from under his Stetson hat, along with thick brows and a long bushy mustache.
Oh, okay. He's a little hefty.
Yeah, he's huge.
I will just make my way back to my table.
Okay.
I don't
Is
know if
everything
that.
all right?
I don't know if that boy is okay.
And I'll pretty much just tell them kind of what I saw. And
It looked like a darkness all around, not like how I'm filling in the empty space, like a mad scribbling.
And I hear this, and I get up and go straight over to see the drawing myself.
That's okay. Okay, let's not bring too much attention. Oh, there he goes.
The deputy, or rather the shit. Whoops. Well, you now know him as the deputy, because I mean you would assume there's the larger guy with the star. The deputy does also have a star on his chest. Is looking over towards you, Cambria, with very narrowed eyes. And when you look down at this page, it strikes a chord with you. You have had a similar dream in your past about being alone on a stage.
I just I look around and see if the boy is still around here.
He is. He's hugging his mom.
I'm gonna walk up to the boy, just kind of tap on the bar counter and be like, "Hey, are you the one that drew that over there?"
Yeah. He's terrified.
Why?
Of you. I seen it at night time.
Oh,
I kind of lean in towards him. I go.
He backs away as you lean in towards him.
I say, "If I've told you I've seen it too, would you tell me more?"
You see his face change color, and there's a look of recognition in his eyes. Mama, I want to go to bed now. Honey, it's the middle of the day. What are you talking about? And she kind of takes his hand and leads him up the stairs, lets him go. What is your problem?
I kind of retort to the woman. I go, "How long has he been having nightmares like that?"
A couple of days, since the dog went missing.
Has he told you anything about it?
No, just that he's been having nightmares. And the man you now know to be the deputy kind of doesn't look directly at you, and he drinks he throws back a shot of some dark red liquid and goes, "What business is it of yours?"
Business is my own, but I'll say that I've shared his struggle. In fact, I don't know many who have. Possible, I'd like to know what's causing him to have those dreams.
Listen, man, the kid just lost his dog. Cut him some slack.
Yeah, well, he didn't lose it by some normal means. The dog didn't run off. I can promise you that.
How would you know?
Have you looked at that drawing? The scribbles he has over on the table there.
She walks over to the table. She picks it up and kind of looks it over, and there's a you can see visibly there's a tightness in her chest, and she just folds it and puts it away. and you can see the large figure kind of stands up laboriously from his chair, cracks his back as he stands. He's like, "Why don't you go over to your table and I'll be over in a second."
Sure. Get up and go back to the table.
Mm-hmm.
As he gets back.
Do we have any trouble?
Yeah. And then some.
Oh, lovely.
I'll down my ale before the fucking
Before he gets over.
sheriff gets here. Yeah, you see the old man, just toss it back.
Been dissociating into the reflection of my mug for the past 10 minutes. Oh, sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, folks. Am I interrupting?
Roshan's got like her fork to her mouth. Just,
Well, now, aren't you an eclectic bunch of folk?
It's just passing through.
We don't get a lot of people like you in our town. Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Oh, Slim. Call me Slim.
Slim, nice to meet you. I'm Reginald.
Roshan looks a little confused.
So, what is it you're doing here?
Like I said, we're just passing through, sir. We came from the...
Where did we come from? The west or the...
You came from the east.
Northeast,
Okay.
yeah.
The east.
we're travelers from the east. Just passing through.
Oh, sure. You folks wouldn't happen to have anything to do with that prison convoy, would you?
Oh, there was a prison convoy.
An Imperial prison transport, on its way to trial. Due to stop in here last night.
Did they never arrive?
Oh, no, miss. They did not.
Oh, that's scary.
That's yes, very scary having a bunch of brigands and vagabonds out and about.
Yeah.
He goes over to the next table, and wordlessly he just drags the chair over and sits down on it.
Well, frankly, folks, I know exactly who you are. I have a manifest of everybody that's supposed to arrive in town. I don't know you. I imagine you hopped on the way, but you three, as far as I understand it, are on your way to trial. Now, I have nothing against magic users, but I would rather keep everything in my jurisdiction as amicable as possible.
Cause any problems?
I'd just look at him.
Hey, excuse me, barmaid.
The barmaid, who has been watching, just sort of not attending to any tables, comes over. Yeah?
Yes. May I have another ale and one for the sheriff here, please?
2
He seems
silver.
a bit thirsty. Oh, yes, of course.
I hand over the 2 silver.
And she brings you 2 more ales and sets them down in front of you.
Well, much obliged. Thank you for your hospitality, and hopefully you'll come to sample some of ours.
Well, thank you. I'd very much like to enjoy some of it. It's a nice town you have here, Sheriff.
Well, let me cut to the chase here, folks. The deputy and I are a little outnumbered, if not short-handed. Now, please make yourselves at home, and if you'd like to lend a hand, you're more than welcome to. But, just leave the boy out of it.
And he's...
I need to talk to him.
Well, you'll have to talk to his mama about that, I would imagine. Only problem is she don't much like non-menkin. No offense.
I don't care. His mom doesn't have much say in it. I have to talk to him. He's the only one that really is going to have a lead towards what I'm looking for.
Oh.
And his mom's not going to have any idea what's going on inside his head.
I can understand that.
Just don't antagonize him, that's all. The boy's name is Harvey, by the way. It might make you look a little more friendly if you address him by name. His mama, the one you met, is Marion Abelfeld. She's the patron of this here bar. And that there's the deputy. He spends just about as much time in here as they do.
Mm-hmm. And you, what did you say they were?
The Abelfields?
Abelfeld.
Abelfields?
Ablefeld. Ablefeld.
Okay. At Abelfeld, I'd look at him and say,
Abelfeld, what is that?
They were originally a brewing family. This was their brewery until business dried up. Then Marion's daddy converted the place into the bar which she now takes care of. Say, you folks wouldn't be interested in making a little coin, would you? And he kind of takes a second to look back at the bar before turning to you. I have a certain couple of people with a bounty on their head that need them taken care of. Now,
That wouldn't be the Wrenfield River Boys, would it?
that's the one. That is them.
Yes, I think we might have a lead on them already, but, Sheriff, if you don't mind me asking, how do I know you won't fuck us?
How do I know?
How do you
know I won't
turn
fuck
us
you?
in? Yeah. How do we
Well,
know you're not going to turn us in? It's clear you know who we are.
Oh, let me put it this way, folks. In addition to what I'll already be paying you, I'll throw in a little extra, and not that it'll be of much help, but I'll also grant you a small pardon in my jurisdiction. That is as good as my word. I would not legally be able to apprehend you by myself, so if it's any consolation. And if I did, there would be consequences. My deputy would see to that. He is a bit of a stickler for the rules.
All right.
You can insight check him if you want to.
Yeah, gonna
yeah,
do that.
yeah, I'll do that, yeah. I will assist
Okay.
Roshan in that.
Mhm. So
Okay,
roll with
so-
advantage if you can.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Doo-doo.
15.
With a 15, you're able to tell that while the sheriff is telling the truth in regard to the pardon, there is something else that's amiss.
Okay.
She'll kind of cock her head at him and sort of relax a little. Like she still kind of has her heckles up, but it's definitely starting to ease.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Well then, as long as you uphold your end of the deal, I suppose we have some time on our hands.
Speak to Marion about getting some rooms for yourselves, folks. I'm sure she's got a couple available. And if you find you have some spare time and you need a drink of some sort, why not stop by the office? And between y'all and me, I don't really care if you bring 'em in dead or alive. They're going to the rope anyway, so it's all the same to me.
Good to know.
Things easier.
And then before he gets up, I'll hold out my mug.
And now, Sheriff, cheers
Oh.
to a hopefully prosperous partnership.
Fruitful relationship. Cheers.
Cheers.
And then I'll look him just dead in the eye and just knock it back.
He does the same. He doesn't move his eyes from you though.
Give him a nod, set it down, go back to my steak and eggs. Like a fucking rabbit animal.
Departed and very quietly. He is not being forthright.
About.
Doesn't sound like it.
I'm not sure if his pardon will have as much weight as he says it will, or if he pardon us at all. But I think the wiser course of action at the moment would be to help with the boy situation.
They want us to find his dog.
I think this would be good over a room, maybe, where not so many prying ears are, and prying eyes, of course.
Mm,
And
Or any empty rooms
I can-
around.
I was gonna say I'll
up for
go.
sure. All right.
How can I help?
I was going to inquire about a room. Or
Certainly, we have
two,
two available.
I suppose we could split the two between us.
Splendid idea.
Okay, that'd be 4 gold for the night.
All right.
Rashawn, please, allow me.
I'll cough up 4 gold pieces.
She takes her hand, slides them across the desk, and then in turn gives you 2 keys back. If you lose those, you'll be paying 50.
50. It's okay.
There's no key cutters in town, so keep a hold of them.
Well, that's fair, I guess.
The first two on the left.
How shall we split the rooms? We have 2.
Well,
How many
girls
beds are
and
in each
boys.
room? I suppose that works, yeah.
You, Cambria, notice that.
Oh no, I don't think he's here.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I suppose.
Damn.
On
But what does he notice so we can
on
hear it?
Cambria's behalf, so you guys can hear it. No, in fact, Cress, you would have picked up on this once Roshan left and no longer blocked your view. You may, in fact, have pointed this out to Cambria, that Harvey has been watching Cambria from the stairwell.
Child or
the child,
The little boy.
child, little
Yeah.
boy, and he has been watching for a while and not blinking.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
It's not in like a
I
creepy
turned
way. He
to-
just seems to be very,
Oh.
very scared.
Oh, okay. I was
I
like,
lean into Roshan. Has anyone noticed that kid is watching us over there?
I look up. Do I see the kid?
You catch a glimpse of him as he disappears.
Okay.
Well, I suppose the boy is curious. Seems like Brie
Like a
here
really
put a...
creepy way.
Well, their kids are all fucking weird. Let's be real here.
I
He's
guess so.
likely distressed and never seen anyone like us before.
Have you noticed he's kind of focusing on Brie?
I think Brie might have scared him a little.
Would I be able to hear what he said earlier or no?
The hum of the bar is not very loud, and it seemed to have quietened down a lot when Cambria started speaking. A lot of the patrons kind of turned to listen. They've gone back to their buzz now, but I mean,
Yeah.
you were able to get a lot of what he said.
I think it might have struck a chord with the young lad.
We did.
Quite possibly. Sorry, I'm getting old. It's almost Grandpa's Betty by time.
It's
But yes, I
the
think
middle of the day, by the way.
fucking well,
He's a
it's
better-
practically almost dinner time then.
I like glance out the window at the sun like full in the sky and then just nod my head.
And I'd say to everyone, well, by all means, I think we should still recoup in our rooms and check out the lodgings, if you will. I'd whisper a little bit. I don't want to stay in a fucking dump.
That's fine with me.
So you ascend up the stairs. The first 2 rooms on the left-hand side of the corridor are well furnished. There are double beds in each of them, and there's also there's a dresser and a mirror and a small table with a desk.
Can I kind of, at least in what I'm assuming will be Brie's room and I, can I like tap maybe around with my shillelagh and hear if there are any loose walls or something that people could possibly listen into?
It's only really the walls towards the corridor. The other 2 are made of stone. You can see through the slats in the ceiling, so if anybody was above you, you would be able to tell. And the floor beneath you seems quite thick, so.
Whose room do we want to meet in for a little while? I think we should come up with a bit of a game plan.
So, are we gonna go get those guys?
Fraser,
Hmm.
when I was on the prison convoy,
Yes.
and my orders, from what I remember them saying, was I supposed to take them to Singrali or no?
In fact, you were meant to go to a outpost called Fort Fagan, where they were to be handed off there.
That is in the opposite direction of Singrali?
Westward, yeah, so it's the opposite direction. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just was... That pinged in my head, so I was like, okay. Oh, Blythe, welcome back.
So welcome back, Bria. Hello. We were just thinking up a game plan.
Sorry, I was just spacing out.
That's fine. That happens. Thinking about the milk again. I get it.
I'm
you can
saying I
see
could go
from
for
the
another.
window, Yaurik is like wandering around in the streets, going, "Hey, has anyone seen the guys that took my fucking milk?"
God damn it.
Is there a curtain over the window?
There is.
Or I'm gonna fucking immediately... The curtain's closed.
What is our next plan then?
Should we head back to that river house?
To definitely curry favor with the sheriff.
I think it's better if we aren't sent in an actual prison transport. So we should probably do what he says.
I suppose. Bria, what about the boy? You have a game plan for that?
Not without me being a bit of an asshole, I suppose.
Well, that's not very hard for you, is it?
Oof.
And I mean that in a
Tee-hee.
joking way.
Brie, when you go to talk to the boy next, perhaps can I come with you?
I'm not sure a giant, you is going to help me.
I'm better with children than you think.
I almost feel like the person with a flower on their face is going to help out more.
What? With what? I was zoning out again.
What about a kind old man?
No,
Would that work?
we don't
Balls
have
in your
Do you
court, but
have to be an old man?
Okay.
Can you, like,
I
not
mean,
be
I
an old
was-
man?
if you could, would you mind leaving the room, all three of you, real quick?
Or is there another like side room?
There isn't like a walk-in closet or anything, so it's.
Well, I could change if you would be willing to leave for a minute.
Okay.
Did I get a good look at the mom?
Oh, dude.
Uh-oh.
And maybe get some good measurements. Would it be too far out of my quote unquote purview? Meaning would the measurements be too off?
The measurement might be a little bit off. She is very, very short. She's like 4 feet tall, and you're what, like 5 something?
I'm like 6 foot.
6 foot,
pretty much.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
a decent change in size.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could give it a try.
What
He's
about
only
the
a kid. He might not notice.
What about the sheriff? How tall was he?
He's about 6'5", 6'6".
Okay, so I would be a little tinier sheriff, but not
Yeah.
by much.
You'd about fit the size of the deputy.
Okay.
Well, I have an idea. If you'd be if you'd be willing to leave the room for just a moment and then coming back in.
All right.
Yeah. I'll have that. I got no problem with that. And I slip out of the room.
Okay, thank you. And then I'll let you know when I'm done.
And I will do it when everyone is gone. So if everyone's out, then yes, I will look in the mirror, and I know I can only see a changeling, and there's a slight form in front of it, but I will do my best to look like the deputy from memory.
Sure. He is. I mean, you don't change clothes, do you? You just have the clothes that you have on.
Yeah, which wouldn't be, for an old man, it wouldn't be, and I don't think we established it. It would kind of be like a little bit of almost like a toga kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Kind of, sorta. Yeah. So now I'd
So now
yeah, I'd be
you are
wearing that.
a younger human man with oil black hair and bags under his murky green eyes in your toga.
Okay. I'd pretty much just keep the toga and be like, I don't really have anything that would suit this too well.
Yep.
And I'd knock on the door and say, "Oh, y'all can come on in now."
Okay, I'm the first in. Is he hot?
He is hot.
Oh no, he's
Wait, how old do you appear now?
Late 30s, early 40s.
I was just about to
Oh.
say probably like 30s.
An older man.
So like,
So
could
I
you
think
just
maybe.
turn into ash? Like, could you be someone who's 400 years old?
Well, now I don't know about 400 years old.
Well,
I'd
you
have to
got
get a
an
good look at him
accent
though.
now.
Could you be a baby?
That's a big baby boy. I'd say, well, this might do mighty fine depending on how the boy feels around the deputy.
Roshan does not look happy with this plan.
I'm thinking I might not do this, accounting for the fact that I don't have clothes that rightly suit this.
Why don't you just make clothes?
Well, that would be a easy fix to my goddamn bitch of an unsatisfactory situation, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, where did you pick up the accent? The fuck did you learn that?
I've been around.
It's his best
Yeah, I might
approximation
be-
of it's a little. It sounds a little different, but it's
A little
best
heavy-handed. A little.
All right, I'm still on to you. I know what the fuck's going on with you, but whatever.
Well, I don't rightly think this is going to work much more, so can I please ask y'all to step out of the room?
Yeah.
Again?
I know, again.
Okay.
As soon as everyone's out, I'm going to be Reginald again.
Back to old man.
And you're welcome to come back in.
And I re-enter.
Hello, it's me.
Why the old man?
I liked when you were hot.
Well, I'm still pretty spry for an old guy.
Sure.
Anyway. Thank you. But yes, I think it would be prudent to possibly curry favor with the sheriff.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I kind of agree. I don't
Maybe
want to
we'll-
have that helmet on my head again.
Yes, it wasn't a good look.
Wait, really?
Oh no, it blocked your
I didn't-
face.
Didn't really
Oh,
compliment your
thank
outfit.
you.
Yes, it clashed. The
right.
feng shui was off like crazy.
That's not how feng shui works.
All right, I don't speak Dragonborn.
So,
It might be about this evening. Should we investigate the farm first? Your leader is supposedly dead there.
Rashawn, I
Yeah.
like the way you think.
Sure.
for that,
So you're going to the farm?
I think so.
Okay. It takes you a little while to get downstairs and get out of the tavern in the outskirts of town. You ask a couple of people to point you in the right direction of where Elbow's farm is. And a few kind of give you the cold shoulder. Some of them do point you in the right direction. And you end up taking a sort of 10-minute, 15-minute walk outside of town towards the Sangrali Road. You see a few signposts and things like that. There's a couple of carts pass you on your way. You can see off in the distance to your right in a field there's a herd, and eventually you take a kind of back road that leads past a small farmhouse, and you can see that there's a woman working in a field. It's a halfling woman with a wide brim hat. She can see you from where you are, so she just kind of she is working and she stands to look at you and then returns to her work.
We should introduce ourselves to the farm so they at least don't think we're thieves or something.
Just a
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
agree.
fucking weirdos, yeah.
You head towards
Wait.
the farm, and as you do so, the woman comes into clear view. Like I say, she's halfling, very, very old, like even more crotchety old than your form, Leon, or
Hello.
Reginald.
Hello.
And she looks up kind of excitedly, and you can see one eye is a little bit larger than the other and kind of twitches.
Okay.
Hey,
yo! Oh, yes. Good afternoon. We're just traveling through, and we how best shall I say this? There was a body here the other day.
Oh, you mean Greywater? Yeah.
That's the one. Yes. Is he still around?
As far as I
physically, of
know, he's
course.
lying out in my back field. The sheriff hasn't done anything about him yet.
Fair enough. Is it
Lovely.
all right if we take a look, ma'am?
Of course, be my guest.
Thank you.
If you can do something about him, I'd appreciate that. You know, I mean, there's a ditch about 15 minutes that way. If you want to lug him in there, I don't care for him.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes, thank you. I'll think about it. All right.
Well, let's go find him.
Bye, folks. Stop by sometime.
Yes, of
Bye.
course.
Bye.
Ugh,
That was weird.
not on her life.
Can we see the body from, or is it? Yeah, can we see the body from here?
Not from where you are, but you can see a little ways to the northeast, just before, because a little further on down the trail where you were walking, there's a circle of crows in the sky.
Well, I have a feeling I know where the body is. And I start walking towards the crows.
Well, if you want to find a dead body, look for the murder, I suppose.
Aha! Got them.
Eh,
That was actually pretty good. I like that one. You get a point
yeah.
for that.
That was good.
It was clever.
Take inspiration.
Thank you. Yes, I'm more than just an old man. How about that?
Yeah. When we're done with this, can you be the
Reginald,
hot guy
more
again?
than meets the eye.
Right, that's the sound you hear is the fucking Transformers sound every time I change.
And one of them. Who's leading the pack here?
I think I was the first to start walking.
Cool.
Unless anyone else would prefer to be in front.
No, go for it.
Roshan will try and keep up with you just in case.
I will follow
It's a
closely
weird
behind. Oh, people.
So, as you approach,
Oh,
Cress, you're leading the pack, right? So,
yes.
as you kind of follow the crows in the sky, you take this sort of pebbled road into a row of cornfield, and you can see where the beaten corn kind of strays, and it looks like there's been people here already. And as you approach, you can start to hear voices. What the
I hear
fuck did
something.
that to him? I don't want to stick around and find out. Leon, make a perception check for me.
All right.
I'm gonna make a perception check, and it's gonna be real good. That's the wrong tab. Okay, I'm gonna make a perception check.
13.
With a 13, one of those men is the one that opened the door to the boathouse.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I immediately pull them both back and just kind of, make sure we're still out of sight. And I say,
I have a feeling that perhaps these fellows were from the boathouse the other night, and perhaps these are the other Riverfield boys.
I guess we could get rid of him while we're here, and then we don't have to go to the river.
Well, here's the question, though. Should we do it in this lovely farm where all these people can be nearby, or should we let them leave, inspect, and then go back to where they live?
I don't think they know what happened to their compatriot.
Doesn't seem like it. Should we listen in and then follow them?
It might be wise.
You can see now, they don't move him, but they begin making their way back to the road.
I will.
Get off
I
the
will.
road, get off the road, get off the
Well,
road.
I'll kind of pull everyone into the cornfields.
Left or right?
The one that I'm partially in, just kind of like move a little further into those.
Yeah. Does everyone
it-
go with him, or does anyone want to stay out?
Yep.
Possible
Yeah.
to cast minor illusion
Yes.
and like make us appear as something else.
Your voice sound continues.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Image.
if it would have like I could put it over us or if it would just like create an illusion elsewhere.
No, it's
Or
if
you
you
could-
create an image of an object such as a chair. I think you can do it with major illusion. You can do people, but minor illusion's only like a chair or
You could make like a
muddy
thin
footprints or
cardboard or something.
Okay, gotcha.
Metal Gear Solid it.
Metal Gear.
It must be no larger than a
Try to
5-foot cube. So anyone smaller than 5 feet, you could probably do.
I guess could I cast minor illusion as like a sound and like make it seem like the wind has picked up so they would hear our footsteps less?
Okay. Totally.
Clever.
Go ahead
Yeah, I'll
and
do that.
go ahead and cast that. As you do, the rest of you rather hear this sort of sudden whooshing of the wind. None of the corn seems to move, but it does block the sound of you rustling around in the.
Wait,
Ooh.
actually, shouldn't we not hear anything because it would only affect a 5-foot radius around them?
Oh, good point. Yep.
Yeah, so we could listen
And
in
then-
on them. I believe. I'm not sure.
Yes, you can. So for the next minute, you have a 5-foot cube of sound around them. There you
The
go.
last second, you should make it really loud and deafen them.
They begin kind of walking down the trail, and you can now see as they move, they come past you here. One of them is tucking a small ledger into his jacket pocket. When we get back to the boathouse, keep that on you for a bit. We can use it as leverage. The boss will want to
Can
see
I?
it.
Is it
Boss.
possible with the range we're in to detect magic on the ledger?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yes, please.
You don't get any magic from it.
Okay.
It's just a ledger.
Just a ledger.
Just Heath Ledger.
Just a ledger.
Why so serious?
Here's the thing, Doctor. The Batman.
That's a very poor choice of words.
Yeah, they pass
Roshan will
and
kind of perk up
Mhm.
when they talk about the boss.
yeah. Sorry, let me backtrack a second. I want you to keep that on you as leverage. Yeah, good idea. Butterscotch will want to see it.
Butterscotch.
Writing that down, writing that down.
We're taking a trip to Candyland, boys.
What time are Kenneth and Eric due back? I don't know. They're out scouting at the moment. Well, let's just get back and see. Whatever did
Fraser,
that.
about how tall are these gentlemen?
One of them is just over 5 foot tall, like 5'3" maybe.
Solid.
The other one is about 5'11".
I just kind of see the tall one and just kind of take in his features. If I can try and see physical build, all that thing, stuff like that.
He's wearing a hood and a kind of it's like not even a hood. It's more of a head wrap cover kind of thing, with like the little ear flaps, and just regular leather garb. I'm gonna say it takes them a minute to walk past you. So as they're walking past, would you guys mind making a stealth check for me, please?
All right.
All of it?
Yes, please.
Oh God. Okay.
Stealthy.
Okay.
Oh, natural
Nice.
20,
Nat
baby.
20, baby.
I'm hitting the gritty in the cornfield. All right, chat. All right. Okay.
So
Cool.
That
Okay.
negates fucking everything.
okay.
No!
So
It's like, I'm hitting the gritty and Chris tries to.
Not
So-
the 0!
Let me just do one of these.
God.
3 of you managed to succeed. Cat, or not Cat, Cress rather. You feel your nose start to itch. There's like a little, it's like a bit of corn or something. It's like a thing in there, like a bit of chaff, and suddenly you sneeze, right as they're walking past you, and they stop in their tracks.
I will, if possible, cast under my breath. I will cast minor illusion, and I will sound like the old woman, and I'll make it coming from the beginning of the cornfield, or the beginning of the field. I'll say,
Ya boys done looking at my cornfield?
They know somebody's near them, but they haven't gone in to investigate yet. They turn to look at this sound, or rather the shorter one does. The taller one is still looking into the corn. What would you guys like to do in this moment? You have a second to react.
I rage.
that was my that was my reaction, is to be the old lady.
I got nothing.
you say
Nothing
a gun?
helpful. I said
I'm
I
gonna
got
pull out a real ass
nothing.
gun.
I'm gonna pull out the blicky. No.
I also, I can't use minor illusion again, can I? I already used it.
So, I don't know about you, but for me, it's a cantrip.
Mine might be a spell.
Okay, it should say in your spells on your character sheet, because there's core,
Okay.
bio, and spells. There should be, for me, it's a minor illusion is a cantrip. I don't know about y'all.
Let me see.
For Cress, it's a level
Yeah,
1
it's in
spell.
my, it's in my spells, yeah.
Suck. Okay.
I'm gonna cast disguise
Wait,
self.
mine is under cantrips.
Yep.
Would you be able to
Oh, it
look
is
at
under cantrips?
Yeah, would you mind checking? I think it's under cantrips, but I don't want to make a mistake.
Oh, it is. What am I talking about? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Who was I looking at? I'm sorry. Yeah. You can make another minor illusion if you want to.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I didn't get that far ahead.
And Cambria, you cast disguise self.
Yeah, I'm gonna make myself dressed in the same uniform as them if they're dressed similarly. And just a tad different, like I'm a different individual from the same group. And just like stand up and be like, has no one fucking told you? We gotta get the fuck out of here. Guys.
Who are you?
Fuck do you mean who am I? Fucking Butterscotch needs you back. It needs all of us at the fucking base.
Make a deception check.
Now. Okay.
And Chris, you were making a minor illusion?
Are you fucking kidding?
Leave it to the.
They look at each other.
Devil boy.
I wish we had hero points.
And begin laughing. Yeah. You lead the way then.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna slowly start walking down this way towards the direction that the old lady voice was supposed to be coming from. I'm just praying and hoping that everyone else does fucking something while I'm walking off.
They have drawn
keeping
two
my eye on
scimitars
them.
from each of their
Can I
sheets.
move a little? Which one has the ledger? The one on the right
short
side of
one.
the map, or the one? Which one is that?
The one on the right.
left
Yeah.
side? Okay, the one on the right.
Yep.
If possible, with my nat 20, if you'd allow, I'd like to go about right here. Pretty much. Oh gosh, why isn't it letting me pinpoint?
Hold, click and hold.
Oh, click and hold. I'd like to move her out right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go for that fucking ledger, dude.
Okay. Just very
This is a
quickly, Chris,
terrible
did you
idea.
want to make a minor illusion at all?
I guess I'll do it to help out. I assume I'm able to notice Reginald doing this.
Oh yeah, he passes you.
Okay.
They raised weapons, you said?
Yeah, they're fucking totally on to Cambria.
Can I make it just seem like a bunch of crows are flying up pretty close to them, just to like mask the sound and get their head turned that way?
With the distraction of so a volley of crows appear from nowhere out of the bushes, and for about a second or two, both of them are caught off guard by this sort of like flurry of crows, which just pass straight through them. By the way, make your sleight of hand check if that's what you were gonna do.
It's not my best thought, but hey, when in Rome.
Give it a go.
Hey, I fail. I hit a nat 1 on my best fucking roll, so.
Does a 25 get it?
You snatch it from him, but as you do so, he makes a lunge at Cambria, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.